Hello, welcome, gorgeous beings of light. This is Elmara coming to you with 100 Miracles in 100 Days project. Let's just start by taking some long, slow, deep breaths in, or as deep as you can go. Follow the breath in the nose and then breathe out through the mouth. Please do this several times until you can feel your awareness coming back within you. And once that is so, you can return your breath in through the nose and out through your nose. And this is miracle number 47. For those of you who have just landed here today, it may be helpful for you to go back to the very first activation we did. Awareness activation it was. We switched over to fifth dimension activations about miracle 42. Because if you'd been following it for those 42 days, you would have been getting bored with me going through all of the clearing again. I also just want to mention a couple of things. One, yesterday, when I went to pick up my phone, I hit the stop button, and that's why it goes radio, just so you know. And the miracle was just too good to just delete it and start again. And there is so much noise and distraction around here. And I've been waiting all morning, and sometimes you just have to push through stuff. Sometimes you just have to do what needs to be done and accept that this is how it's meant to be. And yeah, when things aren't flowing, there's one or two things happening. One, you need to get to a point where it does, or two, you just need to push through so that you know, it's because Source is trying to say to you there's something better there for you, you know. So it may be because I had planned a really big miracle, and because of all the noise, I'm just going to give you a little short one, and it might be because you need a little break after the last few that have been really full on. I also just want to mention this, like, it's been so damn hot here. It was still like 29, 30 degrees Celsius at midnight, which is like 85, 90 degrees Fahrenheit. And I don't like sleeping with an aircon on. And so I was trying to get to sleep. And I just want to share this with you. I went through and put my own miracle number 45 on, the one about when 1,075 souls went home. I put it on because I remember when I did it that I had the same feeling that I had when the 1,075th soul was home, and I was just connected to pure source. And I knew that if I got there, I'd be able to go to sleep, which was the case. But this is what I wanted to share with you. My pussycat Misty, who was sitting on the bed, as we were taking the souls home, and as we got to the 1,075th soul, she stood up. She was laying asleep, and then she just got up, and she was looking all above me, and all up at the wall, and looking from side to side above me. And she just continued until the miracle completed, that miracle story completed. So it is very clear to me that many, you know, something really magical happens in that 1,075 souls activation, or when the souls went home, in my miracle story number 45. So if you've not seen it, I would highly recommend that you do that. And for those of you who are new and landed here today, the very best way to get the most out of these is just to breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. And if anything comes up, just welcome it to come up. The minute you go into blaming, go, she's making me angry, or she's making me sad. No, she is one powerful cookie, that's me, who can activate your poop to the surface just by speaking to you. And if you just breathe, people pay me literally tens of thousands of dollars to work with them, but you get all this for free if you just breathe, Allow the stuff to rise. Keep breathing. And just welcome the stuff to come up. It's because it's time for it to leave, and if you just breathe, you'll transmute it back to light. So that's the info for the new people coming in today, and we're just going to do the first step of my fifth dimension activation, which you can play along with. It's best to, or you can just listen and breathe. It is best to be standing barefoot on Mother Earth, but failing that, you can also, if you're unwell, lay on your side so the energy flows up and down your spine. Thank you, Mr. Kookaburra, coming to join us, sending us some abundance. I was going to give you a little abundance story when this is finished. Or you can be seated and just imagine that the sun is shining and you're in a soft early morning sun and the sun is shining on your face. So it begins by just breathing into your hands and becoming aware of the energy in your hands. And then breathe in. Take the energy and your energy and breathe it up. Point your hands to the sky, to the sun, and breathe out and tie your energy around the sun. Then you're going to breathe in and bring a huge ball of golden source light from the sun down in, and as it hits your crown, you're going to breathe it out. Let it fill every one of your 100 trillion cells. Take the energy down the front of your, or down through your body. Your hands are going down the front of your body. And you're going to breathe out and take the last 5% of that energy down and tie it around the core of Mother Earth. Then you're going to breathe in and bring the energy from Mother Earth up, straight up into your body. Breathe it out into your being. Take the last 5% up the sun. And that's it. That's step one. So simple. And if you just do that, you can read lots of information from Jackie. It was the one thing she did that got her out of depression, anxiety. Then she manifested $36,000 a year for the rest of her life. So, you know, it's simple, but it's friggin' powerful, and most people won't do it. Just show up for yourself for 28 days and see what happens. Breathe in. Bring that energy down from the sun. Let it flood every cell, every atom, every molecule of your being. Breathe out. Take the last 5% into Earth. Tie it around Earth. Bring a scoop of Earth energy back up with all the minerals and nutrients and everything you need to sustain your physical life here on Earth. Breathe it out. Take it back up to the sun. Breathe in and breathe out. And it's in this place that you can ask, God, how can I manifest $10,000? God, how can I get a new job? God, how can I meet my soulmate? Whatever you want. You ask when you're in this place of alignment with the source of all light on Earth and with a Mother Earth, which is where the miracle has to come from. You, when you're in alignment with it, you can ask for that to happen. So breathe in through your nose, out through your nose, unless you're releasing. And continue that up-down breath between the earth and the sun while I share with you today's miracle, which is going to be a quickie. So today's miracle is about a lovely young man called Rohn, who was such an interesting chap. He had tats all over his face, yet he was the gentlest, softest, kindest human being. But he was aware that people who were walking towards him with children would just grab their children and cross to the other side of the street. But he was a darling of a being. And he came and did, this is a long time ago, maybe 2007, 2008, he did one of my 5-month programs. And because he wanted to connect to his soul more deeply, he was a muso, but he also worked for the government. Now, I've never worked for the government, but apparently they have levels, and depending what level you're on, you that level is, your pay is in alignment with that level. So whatever he was doing, he was at this level, say C, maybe it was D. And one of his goals for doing the training was he wanted to manifest more money and more gigs as well. And so it came by that there was either a supervisor position or a position was coming up that would pay him more money. And I can't remember if he applied for it or if he was contemplating applying for it, but through the course of doing the training, he decided that he was not going to apply for it because it's typical of government workers, but because where he was, he had more time to organise his band gigs and all of that, and he recognised he might get more money in the supervisor's position, but he wouldn't have as much time to organise all his personal stuff, and therefore he was really hoping to book more gigs and get paid for more gigs and have more money coming that way. So he decided not to apply for the promotion, which is really cool. But this is what's happened next. Within a week or so of him making this request for more money, then the supervised position came up. Then he decided not to apply for it. And about a week or so after that, one of his bosses came by and decided to make his job that he was doing the same level as this next level up as a supervisor position or whatever it was. So he ended up getting a pay rise and being on the same pay as if he had applied for that position. So he was basically getting paid the supervisor's wages. I don't think it was a supervisor, but the next level up's wages, and still continue to be in his same job and book all his gigs, all his muso gigs, etc., etc. So that's the miracle for today. Sometimes we just have to push through stuff. I'll tell some more tomorrow, but that's what happens when you ask for what you want and let it go. And if we had said to Rohn at the start of that, oh, this is what's going to happen, he would have gone, no, not in a million years is that going to happen. So that's why you have to sometimes let stuff go and let God take care of it instead of telling God how to suck eggs. Okay, so I'm just going to send you a quick blast of fifth dimensional energy. We're going to keep this very, very short today. And hopefully I won't cut myself off today when I pick the phone up. Sending you so much love and blessings. I look forward to speaking with you again tomorrow. Bye for now.